Welcome to Pop Ascension, Season 2, Episode 23, Blizzard
23.
Notice.
Blizzard
So,
notice.
first off, before we get into anything else, we have to welcome Michelle, our lovely co-host, who comes up with the greatest stories, and you people are going to love the stories again this week. Welcome, Michelle. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm holding on. I'm pretty good. Can't
That's good.
complain.
That's
How are
great.
you?
Once the cameras go on and we go live, that's all that really matters right now. So we're
Yes, a
here
good
to be with
show.
you out there, and there's really no better feeling than to do these shows. I love it. You know,
They're fun, right?
I just have a great time. So in
Me
case
too.
you're not familiar with the show, as we are subtitling Blizzard Notice, somewhere along the lines in this show, that will be part of the discussion of whatever we're talking about. So it'll
Right.
have something to do with Blizzard Notice.
That's
What that
right.
may be, I don't know, but it could pertain to maybe more than one story.
That's true.
Could.
It could.
Could. So, without further ado, again, Pop Ascension Season 2, Episode 23, Blizzard Notice, let's go into our headlines, and it's kind of a three-parter.
Three-parter. Okay.
Three-parter. Start with the Stanley Cup playoffs got underway this week. Colorado Avalanche
Oh.
defeated Tampa Bay Lightning in overtime in Game 1. Tampa
Wow.
Bay is trying to do something that hasn't been done since the early 80s when the New York Islanders won 4 cups.
Oh.
Now, Tampa Bay is trying to win their third straight, and that is a feat that hasn't been done in a long time.
Oh.
So good luck to them, and good luck to obviously Colorado.
Yes. Best
Uh, I,
wishes.
I'm kind of rooting for both because I kind of want Colorado to win because I like the team,
Mm-hmm.
and frankly, I'd like to see an actual dynasty in the hard cap era. So good
Right.
luck to both teams. And I
Yeah.
did
Good
watch the
luck,
game, and
guys.
it was awesome. It was a great game. I love it. It's a
Right.
lot. It's a lot less stressful when you don't have a team. Don't have a
Uh,
team to root in there, because then it's like
right.
stressful.
Right.
It's like, oh my god, they gave him a goal. And part
Yeah.
two of headlines: Golden State Warriors took a 3-2 lead over the Boston Celtics, and they play
Wow.
tonight. They play tonight
Mhm.
in Game 6 in Boston. So the Celtics
Wow.
trying to stay alive, and I hope they do because I picked them to win it.
Okay.
So,
Good luck.
so of course I'm a Celtics fan.
Mhm.
But before the playoffs started, I picked the Celtics over Golden State Warriors,
Yeah.
and I am that close right now. I'm that close to picking
That's
this right.
cool.
So
Uh-huh.
So if anybody watches Sports Unfolded out there, if you would have seen the NBA preview, the playoff preview, you would know that I picked the Celtics over the Warriors. So they got to win the next two.
Mhm.
And part three of the headlines.
That's
It
three.
might be a little sad news for some music fans out there.
Uh-oh.
BTS, apparently, they have announced that they're going to be taking a hiatus so that way the band members can pursue solo projects.
I heard about that.
Uh
I don't feel good
oh!
about that at all. Uh-oh.
You know as well as I
Right.
do that is not a good thing
That's
because I
not.
remember that happening to many bands.
Oh,
You
yes.
know,
Every time.
Van
Yes.
Halen, Journey, they all say, "Oh, we're taking time away to pursue solo projects and we'll be back." Yeah,
Never turns
sure
out
you
good.
will. It never turns out good is right.
No.
So
Yeah.
so be aware, BTS fans. You might
Yeah.
want to make all of them fail, not buy their
Uh,
records or see them in
well,
concert, so that way they know they have to get back together.
yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. Definitely.
So, I mean, I've heard it many times before. You know, David Lee
Yeah.
Roth, I want to do a solo album. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Steve Perry. Oh, that was a big one. He wanted to do, solo. He wanted it to be about him. That's what he wanted it to be about.
That's what it
And
is.
that's just how it is. And Foreigner the same way. All these
Right.
bands they split up because I don't know, maybe egos get in the way. I don't know. But
Something's up with that. Yeah, I don't know.
because there's in the back of someone's mind, and I'll use Steve Perry and David Lee Roth as perfect examples because the band's voice is their voice. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right.
There's no one that sounds like them, and they just think that they're bigger than the band. And that might not be the
Mhm.
case in those cases, but I'm saying that's probably happened a lot when somebody thinks that they're bigger than the band and they go solo and it doesn't always
Yeah.
work out that well. Like it didn't work out
Yeah.
well for Steve Perry. He had one big album solo and then
Right.
that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
And I think
That was
it's
it.
because, the Journey fans were like, oh, he did a solo album and then he'll go back, right? Yeah. No, he didn't. Well, the
Mm.
second album flopped and, it
Yeah.
changes from there.
Yep. Every time it
So,
changes.
so sorry, BTS fans, but that is
Yeah.
not a good sign. It's not a
It's
good sign.
not. When I first
And
read
it's
it, I knew. Not a good
didn't that
sign.
happen to the Jonas Brothers? They wanted to do
Yeah.
solo careers and then they never got back together.
They never got back. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just giving you a warning ahead of time, people. Don't kill the
Yep.
messenger.
Right.
It's not my fault. So that is the headlines. Three big stories. You know, in different aspects, of course, sports and then music. Um,
Mm.
I gotta say, I'm not even sure I've even heard a BTS song.
I haven't either.
So, but
You're not alone.
you can't deny the popularity of this band.
I
You can't
know.
deny it.
They're doing so good popularity.
As of right now, they're probably the most popular band in the world.
Yes. Who idea was this?
I'm just, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
It it's almost a little like the Beatles, kind of. Their
Mm.
popularity is kind of that crazy.
Wow.
Almost not quite as bad. Like,
Almost.
almost like the Beatles were
Similarity.
just chased around everywhere. As soon as
Hmm.
they notice them, it's like it's the foot race is on.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So Beatlemania was just crazy. It was a crazy time. But so that's headlines. So
Yeah.
again, sorry. But let's go into something that we always have. It always follows our headlines, unless we do an interview. Which next week,
Yeah.
we will
Next
have a
week.
special guest, Joe Lou,
Oh
who
yeah.
does so much for the Rhode Island music and art scene and gaming scene and every scene that has people that are talented that get together to do shows.
Right. I'm
Joe
excited for that
Lou,
interview. Yeah.
he is from Square Pop. Um, he does his solo music, which you can see on jam sessions on Rhode Island Broadcasting. So you got to see that because that is visually amazing. And then the music also. So just to watch it is just
Yeah.
incredible. It's incredible.
Oh,
And you can't take your eyes off of it. So he will
right.
be joining us, and I cannot wait. he's so talented. He's such a great guy, and
Mm,
you fans out there are gonna love it. You're gonna love it, and I can't wait to the questions that you
mm.
ask him. Can't wait,
Oh yeah, I
can't
look
wait.
forward to it. Definitely.
So without you know any more delays, let's go into animal news. Michelle, what you
Oh
got?
yes. What I got for animal news, a Michigan police find a man who fled traffic. He fled the traffic stop. He had an alligator in the passenger seat.
What?
Now, authorities in Michigan said an attempted traffic stop led to a brief pursuit and a surprising discovery, an alligator in the car. Now, the Lake County Sheriff's Office said in a Facebook post that a sergeant attempted a traffic stop Saturday on a vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed on US 10 in the uh, Webbis Township area. Now, deputies also discovered the vehicle had a passenger, which was an alligator, dubbed Karen.
Oh my god! Oh
Karen
my god!
attempted to flee the scene, but was taken into custody after a short scuffle. And that's animal news.
I don't know what people are thinking. I
I
don't
don't
know what people are
know.
thinking. How big was this alligator? Do we know how big it
It
was?
was it was like one of the younger. It wasn't
Okay.
a full adult. I mean, obviously, the being a
If
car
it was
vehicle,
a full
but it was like
adult, that would be insane.
I saw it laying on the seat.
So is this a small one?
Yeah,
A couple of feet, maybe? 3?
yeah, I would say maybe 4 feet.
Ooh. Eh, 4 feet can do some damage.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely. Oh my gosh.
that could take your arm. That could take your
Yeah,
arm.
leg, some other parts. Oh my gosh,
Wow. That is just
terrible.
that's ridiculous. That is
Yeah,
ridiculous. And
I'm thinking maybe he had him as a little, you know,
yeah,
when he
maybe
hatchling
it
him,
was
maybe.
bringing them down to the local, you know,
Mm.
park and releasing them into the water. You know, maybe he's getting a little too big. You know, so they
Or,
release him.
or maybe
You know,
taking him to a park for a walk.
yeah, take him for yeah, sure, sure. Let's take him for a walk. You know, and eat
Yeah,
all the dogs, the cats, and the squirrels,
yeah.
bunny rabbits.
I
You know,
can really believe
the
it.
whole food chain that's not the park.
Oh
Birds
my
if it can catch
gosh.
it. You know,
Right.
I don't know.
Unbelievable, right?
You don't have to worry about me having a pet alligator.
Oh
Not gonna
no, me
happen.
neither.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
So remember, everybody out there, we are live right now.
Yes, we're live.
So make sure you chip in and get some comments up there because we interact as best as we can. And Alicia is back. You want an alligator, Alicia?
Hey, Alicia.
That is crazy. Welcome back. It's been a while, but we're
Yes,
glad you're here. And
it
again, if you're
is.
just joining us, we have spectacular show. As you can see, there'll be a lot of stuff coming up in our show, including celebrity birthdays, of course, as always. So,
Yes. Stick
you
around.
know, and please, by all means, subscribe, like, follow, all the sources that we have available. Um, you
Will be
can,
greatly appreciated.
yes, sharing is caring. So share, that is huge
Yeah.
for us. Remember, you can find us on YouTube at Rhode Island
Mhm.
Broadcasting, on Facebook at RI Broadcasting, Twitter Broadcasting RI, Twitch RI_broadcasting, and Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, Red Circle, TuneIn, Podcasts,
Yeah.
and just
All
look
that
up
great
Rhode
stuff.
Island Broadcasting, and Pop Ascension will be there as always. So,
Yeah.
join in, and don't forget, if you want to sponsor the show, you know, in any way, it could be a segment, like I'm sure we could work out something with some animal groups out there when we
Yeah.
do animal
That would be
news,
great.
you know, hint, hint.
Wonderful.
Look, it's very inexpensive. You know,
Very.
you get 4 episodes. For something that'll cost you less than going to a very
Coffee shop.
popular donut shop to get your donut and coffee. We'll just
That's
leave it at that.
right.
It'll cost less than that per week. So
Yes. No plugging here.
no plugging, you know, and so do that, and we'd be appreciated. Of course, if you're on Twitch, you can always throw some
Yeah.
bits or subscribe. That all helps. It all goes towards the show. Maybe we can, even though I do like that opening. I do like the opening.
Oh, love the opening.
Maybe we can get someone to expand on that, and you know, uh,
Yeah.
maybe we can see what Joe Lou is doing. He's very
Yeah.
musically inclined. So
He's very
when he comes
musically
on the show next week, that'll be my question.
inclined.
Make us an extended version of that. So all right. So we've got a lot of things coming up, and it's been a while since we've had some gaming news. You know,
Oh, yeah.
so I got a good tidbit on this. Um,
Okay.
Remember Blizzard notice,
Hmm.
which kind of goes with the Avalanche winning the game one, kind of. Not really a
Okay.
blizzard, but it's got snow.
Right. Hmm.
Um, so Overwatch 2 is heading your way. The game is due out October 4th,
Oh,
and
October 4th.
it will have a new character. Junker Queen is being added to the roster, and the multiplayer will be free. Free!
Hmm.
Free!
Three.
So
Three.
you're getting something for nothing. So that
That's
is
awesome.
fantastic, and I like free. If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah.
So, but that is not all the news. Blizzard also noted that the free beta,
Hmm.
and it's a closed beta, starts June 28th, and you can already sign up for it now.
Oh,
Now.
wow. Right
So
now.
after the show, it'll start after this show. So don't be
Yeah.
going and running off. After the show, go sign up, and join me in signing up, because I liked Overwatch. I really did. I thought it was fun. Um, I thought it was a pretty good game, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. So I'm gonna sign up, and I'm gonna get on Overwatch 2. Um,
Try that.
but it is only available on PC, PS5, and Xbox.
Okay.
Sorry, uh, Switch users, not Twitch users, Switch
Hmm.
users. It is not going to be available on Switch. At least the beta. At least the beta.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
so that is gaming news. That's exciting
Dang,
because,
that
like,
is exciting and
you
free.
know,
You can't
and it's
beat that, right?
well, that's what I'm saying, because I didn't want to pay
Wow.
$60 for the game. I
Right.
mean, I liked it, but I knew I wasn't going to play it all the time, because back
Yeah.
then, when that came out, I was very much into Call of Duty, and that's what I played. Um, but
Yeah.
I haven't really liked the last couple of Call of Duty games, the last three,
Oh
to be honest
wow.
with you.
Uh-huh.
And I would play that. I would play that. So, so yeah, so get on there after the show and go sign up. And again, you know, it's um, it's nice that you're getting stuff for free. Um,
Yeah, it's
Of
awesome.
course, like all the extras and stuff like that, they find their ways to make money by buying skins and stuff like that.
Oh
And they
yeah.
get it. And they get it because people buy that stuff up. They make millions and millions and millions of dollars on
A
that stuff.
lot of money. Oh
So
yes.
they make their money. Trust
We
me.
sure do. My
It's
gosh.
like it's like Fortnite. That's a free game.
Oh
You,
yeah.
they make billions off of that game.
Oh
So
yes. Definitely.
So I'm sure it's not going to matter if it's free. So
Right, right.
they will make the money. So
Hmm.
so that is gaming news. See, we try to cover as much as we can. I don't think I have any bad news this week except for maybe BTS. BTS is probably
Oh
the only bad news. Um,
yeah, for the fans, right?
so there's some fans mourning out there still. They're all sobbing. But
Right,
they'll be okay. It happens to many bands, and
right.
you know, yeah, sorry. So
Mm,
we've got some sports news though.
yes.
I think it's kind
We
of
have some
funny
sports news.
that I do a sports show with Eric, and you're the one that's bringing all the sports news to the show on here. It's kind of funny, because it's like a role reversal, and I get to see what you come up with. So, and
Oh,
then
I
I
bring a
think, oh,
little
maybe I'll
something.
mention that. Yeah, then it's like maybe I'll mention it on the show. And last week's story that you had, I mentioned
Yeah.
it on our show on
Oh,
Sports Unfolded
good. And you gave
because
us a shout out, I hope.
of course, and actually,
Okay.
Eric gave a big shout out to Pop Ascension. So,
Oh, thank you, Eric.
so he cares. So thank you, Eric, for that. As always. So,
Yeah.
so we did mention the Denver Broncos' new
Oh, yes.
CEO. You
Right. The
know,
new CEO.
oh
Right.
yeah, that was big.
Yes.
That was big.
That's big news, right?
So
Now, what I want to mention for sports news is in the Major League Baseball. Now, women have started to gain a relatively small foothold on the major MLB. Now, teams uh, appraising in front offices, baseball operations departments, and even in dugouts and on the field, that all feels like progress in baseball has been, um, you know, outed for it. So now reports continue to emerge from the world of major and minor league baseball that show how teams continue to dismiss and degrade women. Now, this has been going on ongoing in the Major League Baseball. Now, last week I spoke about the football, about discrimination, people of color. Now it's the women are taking the brunt of, you know, issues in the major league. So now the teams continue to dismiss and degrade women in the workplace, issues that are often caused by players and club employees. The latest incident, Maura Sheridan, the former broadcaster for the Cleveland Guardians, she told Athletics Britt Goley believes the team retaliated against her.
oh,
So I will be following up on that because there's a lot of things going on, unfortunately, due to the woman. And that's sports news.
yeah, unfortunately, that is just horrible news because look,
Yeah.
I hope it has nothing to do with Terry Francona, Cleveland Indians manager.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Because look, he used to be the Boston manager, and he got fired. As all managers do, eventually they get fired because the
Yeah.
players just stop responding after a while. Okay,
Right.
but he appears. Of course, he appears like we don't know him personally, but when we
Mhm.
see him, in interviews and during games and stuff like that, he comes off as a very, very nice guy.
Yeah, he comes off that way, right?
Right. So
Mhm.
I am hoping that it stays clear of him. I wouldn't want him to be a focal point, but if he is, it has to be dealt with. No matter who it is, it has to be dealt with.
That's right.
Um, and this brings up kind of another story that I was going to
Mhm.
say for tomorrow night with Sports Unfolded, but I'm going to say it now. Um, the I think it's 2017, 2018 Canadian World Championships team is under investigation as 8 players have been named um, that took part in a sexual assault.
Oh my.
Now,
Terrible.
the NHL is looking into it. I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do with the NHL, except that there are players on that team that are in the NHL. And
Mhm.
so the NHL is now investigating, and they are going to talk to all the players on that team. And there are a couple of players that are in the Stanley Cup that are
Oh.
on that team. The players' names were not
Mm.
released, so we have no idea who they are.
It's
But there are
terrible.
20 some players on that roster from that season,
Wow.
and we know that
Awful.
8 of them are. So this can't keep happening. It
It
can't
has
keep
to
happening.
stop.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, like how can you even do this to people? Like I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Absolutely.
I can't. I can't. Look, I know. Look, if it was a family member of mine,
Mhm.
I would be livid, and
Oh,
we'll
of
just
course.
say that I would probably be in jail,
Oh,
because I
yeah.
would not let that sit. And it's only going to take one wrong person,
Mhm.
and you're going to have a whole family after you.
Oh, yeah.
Athletes, you are not above the law. And
That's what it
and all
is.
those executives are not above the law too, because it's not just players.
Right,
It's not
exactly.
just players.
Not just the
So
players.
enough's enough. I mean, really, can you just like
Yeah.
stop with the abusiveness, no matter what kind of abuse it is?
Yeah, it's terrible. In
You
the
know,
sports world, things
look,
going on behind the scenes.
I first of all, I love intelligent women.
Mhm.
I think there is nothing better than an intelligent woman. There's nothing better.
Right. Nothing better, right?
And if that person is more qualified to do a job than whoever you hire in that
Mhm.
place, you should be ashamed
Yeah,
of yourself, because you're only hurting yourself and your company,
that's
whatever it
right.
is. You're only hurting that. I
They
mean,
feel intimidated,
yeah,
Somebody can do the job, right?
you gotta hire the best qualified person. And I say
That's right.
person because it doesn't matter if you're white,
Mhm.
black, brown. I don't care if you're a smurf.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. Whoever's the best qualified for the job should get the job. Period.
That's right.
Period. Stop being so petty
Agreed.
and
Yeah.
and you know just discriminatory.
Yeah. It's awful.
It's too much. It's too much.
Oh yeah.
And I'm telling
Here all
you,
the time.
if something comes out and a team that I root for does that,
You're done, right?
Done,
You're
done.
done.
So Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, Patriots, Revs, you're all on notice. If it
Oh yeah,
happens, I'm changing colors. I will
good,
not don your color of
good.
the team. Period. And
I
I
would
gotta
do the
say,
same.
Bruins have done a really good job from what I see. I mean, look,
Yeah.
Willie O'Ree was the first black player in the NHL,
Mhm.
played for the
Yeah.
Bruins. Okay.
Okay.
He still is an ambassador for the NHL. He was just for the Bruins, but the
Oh,
NHL liked the job that he was doing in Boston, so they made him an ambassador for the whole NHL.
right.
So he still
Yes.
does a lot for the
Okay.
Bruins, but he does it on a National Hockey League level. So
Yeah.
there's nothing better than that. And they retired his number
Mhm.
in Boston. You know, and
That's
it
right.
wasn't like he was an all-star player. He wasn't that kind of a player. He was just a regular player. The average player. But it was just a landmark, and they retired his number, and that was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So, and I know
Right.
we spent a lot of time on sports today. Go figure, right? But
Mhm.
those things have to be said. It has to
It
be
has
said.
to be.
You
That's
know,
why I'm here to make it sit.
this is exactly what we do. This is why
Yeah.
we make a perfect fit because we
Yeah.
can see things from every angle possible.
Right. Right.
Every angle,
Exactly.
every angle.
Hmm. Every
So,
angle.
so that's sports news. Big, big, big bomb was
That's
just
big.
dropped there. That
Yeah.
is awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hmm.
TV updates now.
Yeah.
Um, really, I only got one TV update for you.
Okay.
Um, Chucky,
Oh, yeah, Chucky.
Chucky, the TV series is going
What?
in. Yes, it's going into its second season,
Oh
and
my
I gotta tell
gosh.
you,
I
it's
didn't
pretty
know about
good.
that.
It's pretty good. I watched the first season.
Wow.
It's pretty good. If you like
Uh-huh.
Child's Play, those movies, you will like the TV series because it's really an extenuation of that.
Uh,
Um, and and it still has Brad Dourif as
mm-hmm.
Chucky or Charles Lee Ray. Same guy
Oh,
doing it.
yeah.
But the show just added Gina Gershon
Oh,
to
really?
its
Mm-hmm.
cast and Joe Pantoliano.
Oh,
So two good actors are
very
joining the
good.
cast,
Very good actor.
and I'll tell you that is exciting.
Yeah, that
Jennifer
is.
Tilly, Alex Vincent, and Christine Elise are also reprising their roles as Tiffany, Kyle, and Alex. So they have some people coming back. I believe,
Right.
though, it's going to be a whole new set of teens that are in this movie because a lot of them died.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them died last season. So just be
Yeah.
aware of that if you
How it
go
goes,
watch
right?
season
How it
one.
goes.
But again, if you did like the Child's Play movies, you will like the
Mm-hmm.
TV series. And to be
Mm.
honest with you, I actually think the TV series is better.
Oh, okay,
I think it's
cool.
better. So, Child's Play, the first movie was great. After that,
Yeah.
not so much. The TV series is better than those rest of the movies.
Right.
So,
Oh,
and it's equally as good as the first movie. So,
yeah.
but that's TV updates on
Yeah.
Chucky. Whew. I just watched Michelle. I just watched
Mm-hmm.
um Night Sky. The
Oh,
guy
okay.
from the Farmers Insurance commercial,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
the bald guy. He's in it. I
Oh,
don't know. I don't
really?
remember his name, but he's in it. I just watched the first
I know he's
episode.
talking about.
It
Yeah.
kind of was. It was kind of a little slow, but it was building up a story. Um,
Right.
but at the end was a big, big deal right at the end of that episode, and I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? And it
Wow.
just changed the slowness to like, I cannot wait to watch the second episode now.
Yeah.
So I watched
Save
that
up
just
the best
before,
for last.
yeah, just before we started the show. I was watching it, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then it ended. I'm like, no.
Oh.
So I'm watching that. I've also started watching Breaking Bad. So I'm already
Mhm.
on season 3. And also The Outer Range, which is
Oh.
pretty interesting. These are weird shows. Like, look, there is some great shows out there that nobody knows about. I'm telling
I'm
you,
sure
I'm
there
telling you,
are.
I'm telling you. It's not like it used to be. You know,
Yeah.
there's so much out there. You just gotta find it. So I recommend
Mhm.
those shows. If you look, first of all, Breaking Bad has been over for quite a while now. I'm finally getting to watch it all. I've seen a few episodes here and there, but finally
Yeah.
getting to watch it, and I really like the show. I really like it. And if
Well,
you
that's
haven't
nice.
seen it, go watch it. It's good. All 3 of those. So
Great
that
reviews.
is, yeah, that is TV updates. It is now time for news break. Oh my God.
Yes,
Like
news
I
break.
know Like I know we love these news break stories because you always deliver. You always deliver. You're like Domino's, but only better than their pizza. And we shouldn't even
Oh,
promote them. So no Domino's, just like your local pizza
oh,
place.
don't promote.
That's right. No
I never
freebies.
been compared to pizza before, but okay.
No,
That's
I'm just
cute.
saying. You always deliver.
Okay, now with this news break, two people rescued after falling in a tank full of chocolate
Oh,
in Pennsylvania.
what a way to go.
Now, two people were rescued after falling into a tank full of chocolate at the Mars M&M factory in Pennsylvania Thursday, officials said. Both patients were transported to the hospital. Assistant supervisor Nick Schloenberger of Lancaster County Dispatch told CNN. One patient was transported by ground and one person was transported by helicopter, Schulenberger said. Now, fire crews have eliminated pulling them straight out of the tank. Brad Wolf Communications supervisor for the Lancaster County 911 dispatcher told CNN earlier on Thursday they have to cut a hole in the side of the tank to get them out, he said. Well, now Wolf said it's unclear how the people fell in to the chocolate tank, but no injuries have been reported at this time, according to Wolf. A Mars Wrigley spokesperson told CNN, "We are actively managing the situation and our primary focus is supporting emergency teams on site." And the update of that is that they were doing service inside of, the tank. So that's how they fell in the tank. And OSHA is, following up with the report, because that is unsanitary. That, the germs. And so they're following up the report, but everyone is fine. And that is news break.
Okay, so that is now the way I want to go out. If I got to choose my death,
In chocolate?
I want to be drowning in a thing of chocolate. Period. Because I will do my best
Well,
to eat it all to get out.
oh
And
my gosh.
let me tell you, I can do a number on chocolate. I can do a number on it. That is the best.
Wow.
That is that is my favorite thing in the world is chocolate.
But have you ever been covered in chocolate though?
That is for a different type of show.
Okay.
but I will not deny it.
Yeah, isn't that something
Look, that
to,
is
you
fantastic.
know, oh my gosh,
Like,
something else.
look, this is like straight out of a Willy Wonka movie,
I
which I
know,
cannot
right?
wait for the prequel. But
Yes, that's right. I
you
look
know,
forward to
it's
seeing that.
like all I could think of is that movie now. You know, with Violet. You know,
Oh,
when she blew up like a blueberry. You know,
yes,
and
yes, and rolled
I
around
want
at
an
the
Oompa
end.
Loompa now, Daddy.
Right
You
now.
know, and then the
Classic.
bubbles. I mean, come on, that is one of the best movies of all time. One of the best.
Oh,
I've seen that.
yes, of
I've
course.
seen that movie like every year since I was a child. Every
Oh,
year,
yeah.
sometimes more than once. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I am due to see that actually. So that's got to be coming up. I got to watch that now. You know.
Yeah.
So I've already watched. You know, it's like Wizard of Oz and
Mm-hmm.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Those two movies I've seen since I was a kid every year. Every year. Every year. I've already seen Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz this year. So I
Mm-hmm.
got my Wizard of Oz in. And
Oh,
frankly, I
wow.
could watch that over and over. So it doesn't really matter how many times I've seen it. I must have seen those things like 1,000 times.
You should
So,
know word for word.
but
Right.
yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
doing that. Yeah.
oh
Favorite
God, I
movie.
love those movies. Those movies are just great.
Yeah,
Great.
they
So,
are.
so again, you did not disappoint with that news break. Oh my God.
Right?
Okay, so we still have movie news,
Yes.
celebrity birthdays, new music, song check, all ahead. So do
Yes.
not go anywhere. Stay
Right.
right here. Watch this because you don't want to miss any of what's coming up. Because, look, I really truly believe we save our best segments for last. We start with a bang with animal news, and then we end it with what we feel is our best stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel, between the music segments, celebrity birthdays, I mean,
Right.
love those segments. So
Yes.
stay right here. And where here
Mm-hmm.
is YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
You are also could be on Facebook at RI Broadcasting, Twitch RI underscore broadcasting, or Twitter broadcasting RI.
Twitter.
If you
Yes.
can't watch us, you can always listen to us on the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and they become available shortly after we do the show. And you can find it on Anchor, Spotify, Google,
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, TuneIn, Red Circle, and several others.
Yes.
So do that. And Michelle, I am trying to get us on Steam. So
Oh.
soon as I can figure out how to do it, it'll
Okay.
happen. Like I tried to do
Sounds
it, in
wonderful.
time for the show today. I could not figure it out, but I will.
Mm-hmm.
My hope is that I can figure it out before tomorrow. So Sports Unfolded debuts on it. But I am going to
Okay.
figure it out. So by next week, we should be on Steam.
Okay, great.
So, and I know it's possible
It's
because it has it
possible.
in the program that it can be on Steam. So it's possible.
Oh, wow.
So
Exciting.
we've got movie news, and I got
Yeah.
quite a bit for you. I got quite a
Oh,
bit. Um, you remember Sherlock Holmes movies with
oh,
Mr. Iron Man himself, Tony Stark,
oh, yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Uh-huh.
Well, there was supposed to be another one. There was supposed to be a third part back in 2011. They,
Oh,
they ordered a third movie.
oh, okay.
And then
Hmm.
time went on and things got a little weird and, couldn't get a script going and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And in 2019, they hired a director and
Okay.
then COVID came.
Right, right. Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
completely derailed Sherlock Holmes 3.
Oh.
Well, director Derek Fletcher.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's Fletcher. I can't read my writing.
Right.
Um,
It happens to the best of us.
he came out. He came out and said he is very optimistic that that it will happen. The problem they're having now is schedules of all the people involved. You know, between
Right.
directors, producers, actors like Robert Downey Jr., Jude
Yeah.
Law, and a bunch of other people. You know, is getting their schedules together. So once they figure that out,
Right.
they're
They're gonna
gonna
get it
start
together. Yeah.
doing the movie. So Sherlock Holmes 3, you
Mhm.
know, hopes to get underway probably in the next year or so. So hopefully by the end
Oh.
of next year, we'll be
Okay.
talking about 2024 release. That's
Okay.
what I'm hoping. And I'll tell you, like, those movies are fantastic. Like, it's Robert Downey Jr., so,
Yeah.
you
Great
know,
actor.
he's wonderful. He's so talented.
Mhm.
So hopefully that does happen because I'd like to see a third one. And speaking of
Yeah.
third ones, Equalizer 3, you know, they started casting and all that stuff.
Right.
Denzel Washington returning again.
That's
Um,
right. Yeah.
but they just casted Dakota Fanning.
Oh. Okay.
She is going to be in Equalizer 3. And in case you did not know, she was in a Denzel movie already,
Oh.
Man on
That's
Fire,
right.
when she was 10.
Yeah.
She
That's right.
she was the child that he was protecting and got kidnapped and blah 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 and the whole story. I don't want to give anything away for anybody. I don't want to do
Oh yeah.
spoilers.
No
Um,
spoilers.
but she was in a movie with him, and now she gets to be in another movie. And I say she gets to because anyone is lucky to be in a movie with Denzel.
Oh yes.
And Dakota
Great
Fanning
actor.
is so talented. He's lucky to be in a movie with her again.
Uh-huh.
So they return as, co movie stars. This time she's a lot
Yeah.
older,
Uh-huh.
and I'm looking forward to that. I love those movies. Not really, I don't really like the series that's on with Queen
Okay.
Latifah. Little far fetched to me. Not taking anything away from Queen Latifah. I think
Right,
she's an
right.
awesome actress, and I like
Oh
her
yes.
personally, as a person.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
she just doesn't fit that role.
Yeah. You have
Like, I don't
preferences.
want
I
to see
understand.
her jumping off a second floor, balcony, tuck and
Uh-huh.
roll, and then chase down, a guy in his, 20s.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not realistic. Sorry.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's just not realistic. And as soon as I saw that, that was it. I didn't watch
Uh,
another
that
episode.
was a done deal, right?
So I can't do it. I can't do it. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's got to be realistic. So,
Mm.
so Equalizer 3 coming. There's more.
Wow.
There's more.
Mm.
You like anime?
Oh, it's all right. Yeah, I haven't been into it, but what I've seen, I think it's not bad.
Okay. So, there's an anime style spin-off, and it's been confirmed. Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. And if you
Oh,
like, there was a kingdom called Rohan, and I'm
Rohan.
assuming
Yeah.
that's what it's referring to. The king that died, and he had taken
Yeah.
his body was taken over by Saruman, the
Mhm.
White Wizard at the time, and so I think it's going to be about that kingdom in
Okay.
particular. So it is an anime style. I've seen some graphics of it. It looks fantastic. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, so I will
Oh
be
yeah.
watching that one.
That's right.
That is for sure, because I am a huge
So,
Lord of the Rings fan.
yeah.
So I'm
Uh-huh.
looking forward to that.
Right. Sounds
So
exciting.
yes,
Wow.
anime fans out there, you should be liking this because um, the artistic quality of this looks
Right.
fantastic. You're gonna love it.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so the there's three movies coming up in the next week or so. Buzz Lightyear.
Mhm.
It's going to be starring Chris Evans, not Tim Allen.
Right, right.
I think
Yeah.
that's a little messed up, but it is what it is. They went with Chris Evans, a big name. Um, and from
Mhm.
what I see, he does a good job in the previews I've seen. He kind of sounds similar to Tim Allen. So, as long as he gets that tone, to
Yeah.
infinity and beyond, I'll
Oh
be
yeah.
happy with that because that's got to be acceptable.
Right,
Because,
right.
look, I like Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story movies. But,
Uh-huh.
we got to understand, they're going with the
Mhm.
younger, more popular person at this time.
That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it
So,
is.
I'm not upset. I just hope he says it right. That's all I can say.
Uh-huh.
Because if he
And hope
doesn't
he's
say
a
it
good
right,
actor too. That'll help a lot.
yes, I like Chris Evans. Like
Yeah.
he was a great Captain America. He was great in Fantastic Four. I loved him. I wish he would have stayed in that role. Um,
Mhm.
but when you get offered Captain America, I mean, really, how are you going to turn that down?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
so he's good, and I have faith that he will do a fine job. Um, Also, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Mhm.
Okay, now I've seen the previews, and the previews look so cheesy. I don't want to see the movie.
Oh, wow. Not good,
It
huh?
just it doesn't feel right. It feels
Yeah.
like they're making a mockery out of Thor.
Yeah, that doesn't
No,
sound good.
I don't like that. Look,
Right.
I've seen Starsky and Hutch, the
Mhm.
TV show. They made a movie and they made it basically a mockery of it. They made it a comedy.
Oh,
I don't want that. I don't want that. I
nah.
don't want Thor to be a comedy. Now, I don't mind, one-liners in superhero movies like that. That's funny, and I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be a comedy, and I feel like this is going to be so cheesy. It's not going to be good,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's too bad because they could destroy something, and and if that's the way they just marketed the commercials and it
Mm.
turns out to be like a regular movie,
Right.
fine. But I don't plan on going to see it and risking my money for that.
Right. Yeah. Mm.
And the other movie, you might even say he's also a god.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Elvis.
Oh, Elvis.
So I just found out today that Elvis in the movie Butler, I can't think of his first name because this actually wasn't planned.
Mhm.
He actually sings some of the songs in the movie.
Oh, wow.
So I've heard him sing "That's All Right, Mama" and
Yeah. Mhm.
"Trouble," and oh my God, he is amazing.
Oh,
They got
amazing.
let's just say
Good.
they got the right guy to play Elvis. They got the right
Oh,
guy.
that's great. Got the right one.
So I'm
That's
looking
awesome.
forward to this. I got a feeling this is going to be as good as Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, okay.
So if anybody that saw that movie, about Freddie Mercury, this one
Oh,
is going to
yeah.
equal that. And from what I
Mhm.
understand, he got advice from the actor Rami, whatever his name is. I can't think of his name. That played
Mhm.
Freddie Mercury. He got advice from
Yeah.
him. So because those are
Yeah.
big shoes to fill. I
They
mean,
are very big
you know,
shoes.
when you're filling shoes like Freddie Mercury and of course Elvis's blue suede shoes,
Right, right.
those are big shoes.
Those are big shoes.
When you're
Yes,
called the king of rock and roll, those are big shoes.
that's right.
And he got advice from the right guy. And
That's
from what
right.
I've seen of all the previews and all the stuff that I know about this, I think this movie is going to be fantastic. And I am definitely going to watch this one. So
Yeah,
that is
something to look
movie
forward to,
news.
right? Hmm.
Yes, that is movie news. Let's move along to celebrity birthdays.
Yes, celebrity birthday.
Yes. Oh my God. Celebrity
What?
birthdays.
Yes, wide receiver who was the leading receiver for the Louisiana State University Tigers in 2018 with 54 catches for 875 yards and 6 touchdowns. He was selected 22nd overall in the 2020 NFL draft by the Minnesota Vikings football. And that's player Justin Jefferson. He is 23 today.
Justin Jefferson.
Yes. Now, World Golf Hall of Fame inductee who won his first Masters tournament in 2004, then took the title again in 2006 and 2010. Golfer Phil Mickelson. He is 52 today.
There we go.
Now, NBA professional basketball player, best known for playing for the Golden State Warriors
Oh,
and the Dakota Wizards. He also played for teams internationally in Italy, Poland, Ukraine, and Venezuela. Basketball player Brandon Armstrong is 42 today. Hip hop artist who released his major label debut album Carnival. In 2019, his best known singles include the platinum certified hit Drew Barrymore and La La, and featuring YG. Rapper Bryce Vine is 34 today. Gained fame as the star of the gymnastics drama Stick in 2006 and starred in Reaper. She received widespread fame for starring in the ABC show Rocky Blue in 2010. In 2018, she began starring as Maggie Bell in CBS's FBI movie. Actress Missy Peregrine is 40 today. Now, he played Frederick Zoller, a German war hero in Inglorious Bastards, alongside it in Goodbye Lenin. Garnered him in German film Sword. Best action movie actor Daniel Brawl is 44 today. Now, born Jillian Banks and best known by the stage name of Banks, this California-based vocalist and songwriter released her debut album, Goddess. In 2014, she was nominated for the BBC's Sound of 2014 honor and for MTV's brand new award. R&B singer Banks is 34 today. IMG represented model turned actress who has appeared in Sports Illustrated as well as ads for Victoria's Secret, Pink. In 2018, she starred in the film Never Going Back. And that is Camellia M. Moreno. No, Camellia Moran. Morano, sorry. Camellia, I can read my writing. Camellia
Moron.
Morana is 25 today.
Oh
I
my
knew it's
God.
gonna happen.
You
Bound to
just called
happen.
her moron.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You can
Yes.
send the hate mail too. No, no,
Everybody
no.
makes mistakes, right?
Yes, of course.
Now, best known as Ethan Diaz in Disney's Stuck in the Middle, Netflix's Fuller House, the new normal in 2019 web series. TV actor Isaiah Presley. He is 20 today.
Any relation to the king?
It might be, you never know. Now, pop singer and 1/5 of the band, why um, don't we as a solo artist, he released the album When the Daylight's Gone, featuring hits such as World Paint and Take You Home Tonight. Pop singer Jonah Morade is 24 today.
Okay.
Now, season 2 addition to the popular children's series Odd Squad. She
Oh,
would later be cast in Disney's Descendants series and Dizzy Tremaine in 2018. She starred as Kitty in To All the Boys I've Loved Before alongside Noah in times. She was cast the title character in the Brat series Zoe Valentino in 2019. TV actress Anna Cathcart and is 19 today. And that is celebrity birthday.
wow! A lot of
Happy birthday,
young ones this
everyone.
week. This week, there's a lot
Yeah,
of young ones.
a lot.
Just starting out their careers, and they have
That's
such a
right.
long career ahead of them.
Oh, yes,
Um,
definitely.
to me, I don't think this was a tough choice because these people,
Oh,
most of
yes.
them are all starting out.
Yes, I
In
know
their
what you're
early
going to say.
stages. I
Right.
gotta say, it's Phil
Bill
Mickelson.
Nicholson. Uh-huh. I
Like
knew it.
he's one of the best
He's
golfers of
seasoned.
all time.
Right. He's
And right
legendary.
now, he's in
Bill
the
Nicholson.
middle of a big controversy.
Ooh. Isn't that
Because
something?
the Saudi-backed live tour is going up
Uh-huh.
against the PGA, and Phil
Right.
Mickelson and a bunch of other golfers signed with the live tour,
Yeah.
and the PGA banned those players from participating in their events. So, but Phil Mickelson is doing this, even though he doesn't agree with what, Saudi Arabia does, with human rights and stuff,
That's
you
right. Yeah.
know, and that's an issue too. But he's trying to fix the PGA and he's trying to get things changed. And that's the way he's doing it. And it's coming
Yeah.
out to the forefront, and everything is starting to leak out now,
Mm-hmm.
and
Gonna come
he
out.
might
Yeah.
actually get changes done for the players. So,
Right.
so I'm all for him doing this, and I hope it all pans
Yeah.
out, for the better. So
Yes. Hopeful.
that way the players get treated fairly. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
That's right.
why can't they go do something, for the money, and when PGA does it?
Right. That's right.
They do
Yeah.
everything for the money for them, and they shortchange
Yeah.
the players. So, tough. That's the way I
Yeah.
look at it. So, Phil Mickelson, you're the winner this week.
Yeah.
You and your green jacket. You know,
Oh yeah.
I think you got a
Yes.
couple of green jackets, to be honest with you. So he's got a
Yeah.
lot of jackets after a lot of wins. So one of the best
Uh-huh.
golfers, of all time. So
Yeah,
congrats, Phil
legend. He's
Mickelson,
a legend.
and
Yes.
happy birthday to all the rest of you as well, including Justin Jefferson, Banks, uh, Bryce Vine, Anna Cathcart. Is that what it
Yeah.
was?
That card. Yeah.
So you're all talented people.
All
You're all
talented.
doing stuff that I know I couldn't do. That's all I know.
That's
I
right.
couldn't do it. So, well,
Mm.
I mean, I can play
You
golf,
never
but
know.
I can't play it at that level. you know, I can't do it at that
Uh-huh.
level. So,
Yeah.
nice job as always. I love that segment. I love the celebrity birthdays.
Thanks.
It's exciting. It's exciting because every year we're not on the same date, so we're gonna
That's
have
right.
you know many times where it's somebody else.
Yep.
So that's good, and that's the beauty of this. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a lot of different winners for the next 4 years. 4 years. I like that. Then we'll have to start tweaking it. Maybe do something after 4 years. We can do like the week's birthdays, maybe that we haven't covered. I don't know. I don't know how
Mhm.
we're gonna do it, but maybe there'll be different stars. You never
Oh,
know
that's right.
because it
Because the
changes
young
all the
ones are
time.
coming in.
That's right.
They're
That's
just
right.
graduating
And
high school.
some of
It's
those
like,
young ones might surpass some of the ones that we've had as winners.
oh
Like let's
yes,
be honest with that.
that's
I mean, it's
right.
possible.
I seen some great talent. Yes, in
There
music
is.
and acting. I noticed that. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when we do our homework on the music part.
Oh
Because there's
yes,
always a rising star. There's always,
it
always,
is.
always a rising star.
There's always a
And
rising
so let's move on to new music. Um, Look, I've got 4 albums that caught my eye.
star. Okay.
The first one is BTS Proof.
Hmm.
So BTS
Okay.
Proof is released. I believe it was out on the 10th. Maluma.
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 That's fun to say.
I love
Maluma.
saying his name, Maluma.
Yes, that's
He's got a
Maluma.
new album, The Love and Sex Tape.
Oh, okay.
So this might be an album that you play for your partner to get whatever. I'm not gonna go any further than that.
For your enjoyment and entertainment. Yeah.
Absolutely. Carrie Underwood, Denim and Rhinestones. Carrie Underwood is
Oh,
fantastic.
cinnamon rhinestones.
I
Okay.
like she's fantastic. So, if you're a country fan, I mean that's got to be on your list. Got to be on your
Oh
list.
yeah. Amazing voice. Beautiful voice. I love
Absolutely,
her. Yeah.
absolutely. And last but not least, Greta Van Fleet, which I love this band. I love this band.
Hmm.
Strange Horizons 2021. It is a live album.
Oh.
So, well, I mean, it's a recording of a live concert
Oh, I see.
because
Yeah.
it's not like you play it and it's live. Whatever they're singing at the moment.
Right, right. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So, so I definitely want to check that out because I love the band. If you're familiar with them at all, look, they're gonna remind you of a little bit of a flavor from Led Zeppelin.
Oh.
They got that powerful voice. It's like that kind of yell kind of thing, but in
Okay.
tune. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
when Robert
yeah,
Plant
I've heard
gets up
that.
there,
Mhm. Oh yeah.
it's that he's got that
Takes talent,
smooth
skill.
scream.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, and then the music, look, it's a very good band, and they're
Yeah.
they're 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 one of the best that I've seen, in probably the past 10 years. One of the best.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
so those are the four albums that caught my eye,
Oh,
and
wow.
I am going to be checking out all of them,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to see if I can get one of those songs on next week. One of those
Sounds
songs.
great.
Because I went a different route today. I went completely different than what I normally do. I normally try to listen to the albums that are getting released, but this time I went elsewhere and
Yeah.
I found some gems. Found
Mm-hmm.
some gems.
That's awesome.
So
Hey.
so let's move on
That's
to that
awesome.
song check. And in case
Mm-hmm.
you did not know, our song check, we each give 3 songs that we feel that you might like at home. And it doesn't matter what type of music it is. We pick 3 songs, whatever they are, they are. And we've had probably almost every type of music since we've started this. Back
Yeah,
in episode 1, we've done
that's
this the
right.
entire time.
Yeah.
The only thing we haven't had, neither one of us has had opera, but we've
Yeah.
had something of everything else. Because we've had
Mm-hmm.
blues, we've had even like classical. We've had it all.
Actually, I did have one opera. Yeah,
Did
I
you have an
did.
opera one?
Yeah, yeah, it was an opera singer. Oh, I can't think of her name. But
Oh,
it was
so
like opera
ooh,
and it was a mixture of opera and something. Yeah, it comes to
okay.
me. Yes,
See,
I
so
remember.
we've had everything, everything.
Yes, we've had everything. Now we could
All
say it.
right.
Yeah.
So song check. What is your first song, Michelle?
Well, this first song is, I will believe, is an up and coming rising star. I actually have a star right next to his name, and his name is Jack Harlow, and it's called First Class. Now, he's a hip hop artist. Vocals are smooth with the beat of an up tempo music. Now, I would have to say, look out, Post Malone,
Uh
because he
oh.
says we have somebody that's, another youngin that's doing very well in the music industry. And again, Jack Harlow, First Class.
I love the name. It
Yes, it is a
sounds like a
good one.
mysterious private eye.
Uh-huh, it does, yes.
I
Something
like the
you read
name.
about, yeah,
Look,
in the books.
and I gotta tell you, last week you said Benson Bourne in the Stars. I
Yes,
listened to
yes.
that song today.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
God, you were 100% right. That song is incredible,
I told you.
incredible.
Incredible. I
I
love
was
it.
blown away, and I'm jealous that you
Okay.
discovered that first.
Yeah.
So Jack Harlow, First Class, was your first song. My first song came out of nowhere for me. I actually had my 3 songs done, and then this one popped in. And I
Oh,
figured, oh, let me listen to another one, because one of them was okay, you
yeah.
know, but I wanted to give it some credit. And then I heard this one, The Black Seeds. The song
Ooh,
is Love and Fire.
wow.
And
I
I
love
gotta
that.
tell
Love
you,
and fire. Wow.
this this intrigued me. And
Wow.
if you took UB40, remember
Uh-huh.
UB40,
Yes.
and you take In Excess, remember
Oh,
them
yes. Uh-huh.
with the late David Hutchison.
Yep.
If you take those 2 bands and had a baby band, you would
Mm-hmm.
have Love and Fire, the Black Seeds.
Oh, okay.
That song
Sounds great.
just had
Great
all the
combo.
oozings of UB40,
Oh, yeah. Ah.
and with that style of In Excess, that heavy like backbeat, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like 80s and 90s pop rock, it just
Right.
had
Yes.
that, but with the sound of UB40. Go figure, right? So I liked it.
Yeah.
It was very intriguing. It makes me want more. So I intend on finding more of them. But I
Hmm.
think people will enjoy it. I think they will enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle, song number 2.
Song number two is from Halsey, and it's called So Good. Now, great vocals, a little up tempo in the song. The artist is telling a story about a relationship that didn't last, but still holding on to the emotions and just wishing to rekindle the once was relationship. And that's Halsey. So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good. So I want to say something. I had a third song. Like I said, I took it off.
Okay.
It was by Shakira with the Black Eyed Peas, and David Guetta.
Oh, okay.
It was
Yeah.
kind of weird. It was like a ballad that wanted to be a dance song. Like I loved like her
Oh.
vocals in it were incredible,
Uh-huh.
incredible. It just didn't fit the music, and I didn't know what to
Mm,
think about it. I liked the song, but it just didn't
didn't
fit
fit,
right.
right? Yeah, I
So
know what
that's
you
why I
mean.
took it off, and that's why I said, you know what, let me listen to another song, and then I found that one and I replaced it. But
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that people know that Shakira's got a new song, and although I didn't feel any evidence of Black Eyed Peas in it, but
Oh, okay.
you
Uh-huh.
know, um,
Yeah.
but her vocals were amazing in it. So I just wanted to say that, like, her vocals are still there, and
Oh,
she's
great.
getting on. I mean, she's been around a long time, and she's such a
Yeah.
talented singer. And I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
people still knew that she was. You
Uh-huh.
know, my second song, Chance the Rapper featuring Joey Badass.
Oh.
Now I got to say that. Not that I think it's a bad word or anything, but you know, I got to say it. I like that name, Joey Badass. But Chance the
Yeah.
Rapper, I listened to the song. It's called "The Highs and the Lows," and
Oh,
it's
high
just
school.
a chill song. It's like you're just
Wow.
sitting there, chilling with your friends, and some of those
Yeah.
friends are probably smoking some weed. Not that I condone
Oh.
that or anything, but I don't see
Uh-huh.
anything wrong with that, as long as you're
Yeah.
not
Uh-huh.
driving. As long as you're not driving.
That
But
chill.
it's just chill. They're just chill. I could just see this with like, Chance the Rapper's there, Snoop Dogg, maybe even Willie
Mm-hmm.
Nelson shows up.
Ah.
I don't know how he
That's
fits in with
funny.
those guys, but for some reason, I think he'd show up because
Oh,
because it's
Willie.
Willie Nelson and he's big into that type
Oh,
of
yeah.
cigarette. Uh,
Oh, yeah. That's his
so,
thing.
but it's just a chill song, and it was so good. I liked it. I liked it a lot,
Right.
and I wasn't really a fan of Chance the Rapper. I like a couple of songs here and there, but I liked this
Uh-huh.
one. I liked it.
Oh, I gotta check that
So
out. Wow.
yeah,
That was
it's kind of
awesome.
nice. It's
Yeah.
mellow. It's just chill. It's
Oh,
chill.
wow. Sounds
So
great to me.
song number 3.
Song number three is by Dixie, and it's Wild. Great vocals. It's a motivational song that reminds you you don't have to live your life in the middle. So I would suggest this song for if you're feeling down and out there and you feel like
Mm,
you're not where you want to be, this is the song to go to.
there we
And it's
go.
Dixie Wild.
That sounds interesting. Look,
Yeah.
we all have great songs all the time. For the most part, we've
Yeah.
had a couple of times. I know I've had a time where I wasn't really happy with all of them, and you had a time that you couldn't
Oh
really find a good one, and so you basically told people to stay away from certain songs.
yeah.
So
Their choice. They
but for
want
the most part, we find some great music that people will enjoy. And I'll tell you, I listened to several songs from the Elvis soundtrack,
Oh.
which is
Oh.
out. So I didn't mention that
Oh.
as in one of the one of the albums that caught my eye.
Mm-hmm.
But you should check that one out because first of it, I think his name is Austin Butler. Had a couple songs that he sang
Mm-hmm.
as Elvis, and does a
Right.
fantastic job. But that's not what I went with because I could have gone with those two songs that I know he sang and they were fantastic.
Yeah.
And Trouble sounded identical to Elvis. Like it sounded like
Mm-hmm.
it would be Elvis. And That's Alright
Right.
Mama was a little higher pitched than how Elvis sang it, but it was
Mm-hmm.
fantastic.
Oh
But I
yeah.
went with the song The King and I
Oh, The King and I love
by
Broadway.
Eminem
Oh wow.
featuring CeeLo Green.
Uh-huh.
So he kind of takes it from Jailhouse Rock and they kind of um, intertwine that music, kind of bending
Mm-hmm.
it, kind of making it sound a little different, but you can tell it's Jailhouse Rock and
Right.
putting it with words and stuff like that. Well, first of all, Eminem is fantastic. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, that in itself. But I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you, this song is amazing. Amazing. When I listen to this, it got my foot tapping, and I'm like thinking, okay, this is a nice tribute to Elvis. This is nice
Oh yeah.
because most
Awesome.
most remakes of Elvis is going to be doing the straight up song, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and most people don't even attempt an Elvis song. Most of the
Yeah.
times, you have to get a special mix from a DJ to
Oh
change it,
yes.
like a little
Mm-hmm.
less conversation, like they did with that song. Oh my
Right.
god! Oh my god! Eminem and CeeLo were fantastic in the song. It's one of the best songs of the year,
That sounds awesome. That's a
and
great combination, then
oh,
obviously, right?
oh my god, I couldn't believe it. Like I felt like Elvis was proud. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, Elvis had a big impact. Like if there's anybody that can match Beatlemania, it's Elvis Presley, right? Because people
Oh
still think he's
yeah.
alive.
Oh
I
that's
mean, it's
so
like that.
true. He's still,
So
yeah,
it
spotting.
was. Look, if you're an Eminem fan, you're gonna love this song. If you're an Elvis fan, I think he did Elvis justice by this, by putting it modern, you know, in hip hop form, and
Right.
he did Elvis proud. I really truly believe that. This song is amazing. It is going to
Oh,
be
check that
number
out.
one. It's going to be a number one
Oh,
song. Like I'm that confident. That
number
confident.
one.
So, those are the three songs. And I'll tell you, like the week that I had Def Leppard, that's how
Uh-huh.
strongly I feel about this Eminem song.
Oh yeah.
Like, there are a couple of songs that I think are viable for the best song of the year. One was
Mhm.
that Bruno Mars one that he did with
Right.
I can't remember the band's name. Silk, I think it was. Was it Silk?
Okay. Oh, Silk.
I don't know if it was Silk. I could be wrong.
Mhm.
But that song and this one here by Eminem and CeeLo, those are the best two songs of the year. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
So and maybe put
Sounds
in
great.
Caleb Scott, whatever the Boys in the Streets. I thought that was a song that could potentially be song of the year too. So yeah,
Right.
that's my three songs. So I had the Black Seeds, Love and Fire, Chance the Rapper featuring Joey Badass. Love that name.
Mhm.
The Highs and the Lows, and Eminem featuring CeeLo Green, The King and I from the Elvis soundtrack. You had Jack Harlow from the song First Class,
Uh,
Halsey, So Good, and
yeah.
Dixie, Wild. So people,
Yeah.
go check out those songs.
Go check them out.
If you have some new music that you want us to check out, whether
Oh,
it's from a known artist or
right.
somewhere, or if you have a new song that you personally sing and have recorded, don't hesitate to put that on
Oh,
there as well, because
that would
I
be
love
awesome,
listening to
right?
new music. I'm very big in the music scene in the Rhode Island area. I have a lot of those bands featured on Rhode Island Broadcasting and havenshotting.net. So you can go to both of those places to find some great local bands. So don't hesitate. I don't care where you're from. Indonesia, Sao Paulo, which we have a lot
It
of
don't
fans
matter.
watching, Philippines, Turkey, you know,
Oh, yeah.
UK, wherever you're from, could be Vegas. I don't
Always
care.
welcome.
Send us the link. Put it in the put it right in the comments so people watching the show can
Oh,
also see
yeah.
those. Like I'm not gonna delete them because that's
Oh,
what we
that'd be
do. We
awesome.
try to help everyone out there get their music out there. So
Oh,
don't
yes.
be afraid to contact us and maybe come on the show. Maybe come on the
Right.
show.
Come on. I'll
Come on the
interview you.
show because you'll see Joe Lou next week. Joe
Yes.
Lou next week.
I'm
That's a
excited
guy
about it.
that does a lot for the music industry, in
Yeah.
Rhode Island, and he'll be on to talk about all of that stuff. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of special events he has coming up with artists and stuff like that. So Michelle, we
Awesome.
are done. We are
We
done.
are done.
Yes.
Another great show.
It was a fantastic show. And we
Yes.
had a lot of topics that we extended the conversation on. But it was
Yes.
warranted. It was warranted,
Mhm.
especially in that sports area. That was definitely needed.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, thank you everybody for watching, and that
Thank
will be
you,
watching
everyone.
after
Yes.
at some point during the week.
We
Please
appreciate your support.
share. We can't do this without you at home. If you share
Yes.
it, more people will watch. More people watching means more people supporting, and we get those special guests coming on, and we make you part of the show. We make you
Yeah.
part of the show. So post those comments
You
as
part of the show.
Alicia did. Thank you, Alicia. And I
Thank
know
you.
she felt, and I didn't mention the comment earlier, but she felt that Buzz Lightyear in the new movie should be Tim Allen, and I
Yeah.
agree, but it is Chris Evans, so I am accepting it. Um, so again,
Uh-huh.
thank you, Alicia, for being here uh,
Thank
and
you.
posting comments. That's what we need. Post those comments. We make sure we acknowledge you and see us next Thursday live at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Eastern Standard Time. Next
Wow.
Thursday.
Next
Thursday.
Thursday.
Don't miss it because you never
Excited.
know what we're going to be talking about.
You never
Especially those
know.
news stories, and
That's
animals.
right.
So you
Yes,
never know. It could be about your favorite entertainer. So
that's right.
Michelle, thank you for being here as always.
Oh,
I'll be
always
looking
my
forward to this
pleasure.
next week.
Yes.
So
I
have a
hope
good night,
so.
everybody.
Good night, everyone. Bye.